And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the national champions from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The run from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time, trust your read, and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Horned Frogs will try to pick it up on 4th down. A run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Picks it up. That's a live ball. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Gibbs. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Coming out with it, it's Gibbs. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Works the middle of the field. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give on the inside. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Texas A&M going quickly. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on third. Gets it out quickly. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. We expected points. We've gotten some early, up 13-7 as they go back on the attack. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Punts it out of the air. Still running at the 40. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Got his man quickly. Across the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Horned Frogs will have it first and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Takes a hit as he fires. Fakes the grab on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. They'll move the tight end. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gibbs. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Going right to work up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. The give to the back. Crosses the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Offense gets set for second down. Power football with the run. Fighting off the defender. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in...
Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team. You want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man.
Bro, he's... you getting saved by the motherfucking crow, dog. God damn.
Fourth and short, fourth and medium.
Second
maybe I
time.
see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll take it himself. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was hit just as he released it.
You're jamming that nigga up, man.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Right on the money. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Leaves it with the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Finds him out of the backfield. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got an open man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. This time he's got it. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
It's complete on the right side. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he found a space on the right. The tag. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Lining up to add another. the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he knows how to finish in style, a 66-yarder to the house. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important.
Be mad at that.
They had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Dances away to buy time.
I threw another pick. Ooh, I just knew I threw that bitch.
As the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Making side adjustments here. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that
Somebody
was
came
a
to play.
massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job.
I thought he sealed that niggas. I thought he sealed both of them niggas on the pool.
The big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit.
I thought he sealed both of them niggas, man. I was like, ooh, sealed them niggas, man.
Push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air.
Bro, what the fuck, dog? Come on, man.
Can't miss the target that badly.
You can't miss the target that badly, dog. He wide open. And I threw it way before he came out of his break. Like, god damn.
Drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards.
I gotta go for it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta go for it.
I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a
Gotta
little
go
bit
for
because
it.
the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air.
Man, get the fuck out of here, dog.
Stand by the defense.
That's that gay shit,
Really
fool.
important for a ranked team
Nigga
going
wide
into a
open
hostile
again.
environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have
Nigga's wide open and y'all just saying he ain't even trying to catch the ball. Like, get the fuck out.
Because if you do and you make some mistakes,
It's all good. I'm just trying to get my blood pressure high.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket.
Oh, shit.
And that could have given them a boost.
Damn, we needed that, man. I had my finger on triangle, too. You got to catch that, fuck boy.
Come on, man.
You got to take advantage of the shit like that, dog. Like, god damn.
On this game right now and bringing it on third down. Leaves it with the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Here's a heat.
Out that bitch. That's good defense. I mean, shit. He just had to catch that hell and caught that hell.
Too late to keep him from getting the first down.
We gotta get to him faster though.
With a fresh set of downs.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game.
Yeah, they got to be able to make that play, man. The niggas don't want to make the play. What you want me to do, baby?
That momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
Oh, he's coming this way.
Just feeds the running back. Just discarding tackles.
Oh, he's coming this way.
Finding his way to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Willingham. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big
That was a nice little dump, my boy. I'll give you that. Nice little dump.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there.
Nasty. You about to piss me off, ho.
Short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up first and goal.
Quarterback on the keeper.
Good fucking way to come up, Andy.
3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment.
Touchdown, TCU!
If they let me switch to the right, nigga.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses
Switch to the right, nigga, dog.
This is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. They're trailing by 10 to Oklahoma State. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas,
thanks for the update on that.
My starting corner out for some reason. I guess he hurt. That ain't what I need.
Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to
Come
go
on,
for it.
dog. How are you overthrowing niggas?
Sometimes has to bail out your decision making.
How? You got your feet set, bitch.
Yes, he didn't come up big and prove me.
God damn.
Not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs.
It's caught. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He's now over 150 yards receiving, and the Aggies ready to go whoop.
Yeah, ready to go whoop, ready to celebrate. They're excited. And listen, when you can find these playmakers that you feature and you consistently feature, this is when Aggies go nuts. They go crazy because they're...
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it again. Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Going to swing it on second down. This time he's got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB,
he got the first. I guess he did.
All day.
The Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker.
Wow! Wow!
Knocked down, but not before.
God damn! What a dog!
I don't know if
that nigga popped that nigga.
Or just a fortuitous bounce, but
that nigga gave that boy the.
One thing I do know is this running back has got to do a better job with ball security.
That was a nice lick, man. I'll give him that.
Over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling.
And that one is picked off in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Texas A&M 27.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hauls it in. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep the drive moving and give them a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The Horned Frog just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They're going to ride this running back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll ride him out
What?
of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard
Shit.
line.
Oh, get out my face, bitch.
And the Horned Frogs
Yeah, that's for all that.
snap it on 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. They'll try the run. Creates a little room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Where y'all at, dog?
To put 6 on the board.
We know where he's throwing the fucking ball. Y'all niggas are just not in position at all, dog.
They go for their 6th straight win. He has been
Just not in position at all, dog.
Precision passes.
It's all right, though. We'll get better.
The fine instrument rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Makes the catch.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Throws to the wide.
Bro, how the fuck, dog? Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. He wide open. Like, y'all just not, y'all just like saying, fuck me, dog. And I did not like that shit at all.
Defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DB.
He's going for the big play. And he's got it.
I don't know how the fuck he caught that, Al. I ain't gonna even front. I don't even know how the fuck he caught that.
Picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Got the quick pass. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Just keep swinging it. Got out of trouble.
Bro, y'all are killing me, dog. Y'all are fucking killing me, dog. He's wide open.
Nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. You're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they
throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense.
Yeah, your corners must be trash, dog. They gotta be trash.
In the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And right down the middle. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. offense back onto the field. Tight end now in motion. He'll start this drive going to the air. They're working that left side. Out to the 36-yard line after
He's into that, nigga.
That one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Here's the pressure. Finds us back in the middle. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
And third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
Kick is in the air. Was looking for more running room.
Who is these niggas, cuz?
He's down at the 24. Man down on the play as the
Who I got
officials
hurt
take
now?
a break to let him be checked out. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cortez. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. This dude is dealing at receiver right now, and he's going to have them yelling well past midnight.
And these receivers are the ones that scare the mess out of you. The Mike Evans that on the outside that you know they're throwing the football, and you ain't got anybody that can match up. And when the Aggies find those guys, these offenses hum like crazy.
Wants to throw again. Working the middle. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that is just what you want. You get a first and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss. Put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the tight end.
Yes.
And they won't be able
And I know he was throwing it to that nigga, dog.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Nice move to keep running. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Running to the left. Runs through the tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the ground to try to move the chains. Doesn't quite make it to the
That'll
first
do it.
down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.